Top 10 deepfake videos.
Deepfakes.
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 AF Beats.
For centuries, humans have been trying to change who and what they are, with online personas, makeup, clothing. When in a society everyone puts up a facade, civilization wouldn't work without it. Deepfakes are just an evolution of mankind changing who and what they are. It will grow that divide of you in real life and you online. However, they could also have some very scary effects on life as we know it. A few years back, just after the 2016 election, a video was made of Mark Zuckerberg talking about how Facebook will help prevent Russian interference with democratic elections. It was reposted by many news organisations, including PSB, yet those words never left his mouth. This is the story of deepfakes. This is the future. Deepfakes are a method of AI editing able to change anyone's face and voice. They are the start of a new branch of technology. Knowing what is and isn't real will become harder and harder. The AI software transforms faces using a huge database of photos. It can then work out all the different angles, making a 3D model able to be placed on the head of anyone, therefore changing your identity. From the surface, this can seem harmless. Video made with comedic intent make up most of what deepfakes have been used for, but we're still in early years. See, after development, this will turn your face into a property anyone can use. Hell, this might not be my real face. There could be something much more scary hiding inside. The software used, Fake App as one, is incredibly technical and hard for the regular half-wit such as myself to use. However, in a year the technology could be compressed into something as basic as a mobile app. Then anyone could use it. Videos of Boris Johnson fighting a child or PewDiePie doing his next oopsie will become so common you won't be able to tell the real from the fake. The most serious uses for it, though, could be fatal to civilization. Now a bored 15-year-old can start a war in his mum's basement. Soon he won't even need to be a tech prodigy. All he needs is a time to create a supposedly leaked video of any world leader planning an attack on another country. They would respond with a nuclear attack imminently. They can't waste time checking the facts. Tech pioneer Hyo Lee believes that within 6 months to a year, deepfakes will be perfectly real. The acceleration of technology shows no chance of slowing down. Let's take a look at the past. An early landmark project was the Video Rewrite program, published in 1997, which modified existing video footage of a person speaking to depict that they were saying something from a different audio track. It was the first system to fully automate this kind of facial reanimation, and it did so using machine learning techniques to make connections between the sounds produced by a video subject and the shape of their face. The first noted instance of deepfakes as we know them is not actually using the visual component, but instead using audio. An accomplished CEO of an unnamed UK-based energy farm was scammed of nearly $250,000 using deepfake technology. The scam artist used the executive of the German parent company's voice. He asked to transfer $243,000 to the bank account of the Hungarian supplier. The voice was made using deepfake technology. The CEO claims that he could recognise the subtle German accent in his voice and even heard his boss's melody. The first visual development started on Facebook. Here is a quote from Wikipedia. The term deepfakes originated at the end of 2017 from a Reddit user named Deepfakes. They, as well as others in the Reddit community, r/deepfakes, shared deepfakes they created. Many videos involved celebrities' faces swapped onto the bodies of actresses in pornographic videos. I talk about the dangers of this side of deepfaking later on. The flip side of this is another Reddit group, SFW Deepfakes, short for Safe for Work Deepfakes, in which community members share videos depicting celebrities, politicians and others in more ordinary scenarios. The two different sides of the spectrum have remained strong with a large following on both. Although deepfakes were first created at the end of 2017, new technological developments are still being made, the recent addition of full-body deepfakes being one. This sparked an idea. The use for famous actors will go down and down. The amount of money they cost is insane. The technology could be used to keep Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU even though his contract has run out. They would argue, and fairly, that this is stealing their identity, and lawsuits would definitely be the outcome. An agreement could, however, be made so that the film company pays the actors a small sum to use his or her identity. This is just one example of the many new decisions and problems we will face as we transition into this new stage for human development. Last week, Samsung announced that its lab in Russia can now make a fake video from a single image. These fabricated videos of some members of Congress concerned they could be the next wave of disinformation in the 2020 elections. This is a huge issue with deepfakes, being part of the reason Facebook is investing so much into their project. The project will help to work out what is and isn't real. I talk more on this later. It is interesting to see that Samsung is joining in. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the first phone company to integrate deepfakes with their products. Something I haven't touched on much is the audio side. A video of Donald Trump would not at all be convincing without his signature voice. Podcasters are pressured to keep a tight schedule, but what if we could capture their voice without them even speaking? While researching an app called Overdub, claiming it can deepfake your voice for podcast purposes, I found it quite interesting. It also seems slightly easier to use, although being a work in progress. I would have given it a go, but I struggled to find a place to download it. However, if this video does well and people want to see it, I'll find a way to install the program. A comment and a like does a lot more than you think, especially for smaller channels like mine. Sorry for that, I'm cringing saying it, but it has to be done. Back to dystopian mode. I've been kind of avoiding this subject, but deepfakes were first created for the sole purpose of celebrity porn. The first time deepfakes were discovered was from a Reddit post. They had created an explicit video of celebrity porn. A news article from The Sun reads, and I quote, "Deepfake porn could be as easy to create as an Instagram filter in the near future," an expert has warned. But what really sickens me is not really this. When people sell their souls to the system, this is what happens. What really worries me is the fact that this can be used on anyone. Anyone can become anyone's property. An app called DeepNude was created in June of 2019. It had the ability to turn the picture of any fully clothed woman to what the app conceives they would look like without clothes. This can be used on anyone, with the chance of turning an unsuspecting victim's life into a whole lot of hell. Imagine if an image of you went viral. Imagine if that's what you were known for. The creator pulled the plug on the project 2 days after release, but it had already gathered very critical news coverage. This is what the creator tweeted after shutting down the program. Despite the safety measures adopted, watermarks, if 500,000 people use it, the probability that people will misuse it is too high. We don't want to make money this way. Surely some copies of DeepNude will be shared on the web, but we don't want to be the ones who sell it. Downloading the software from other sources or sharing it by any means would be against the terms of our website. From now on, DeepNude will not release other versions and does not grant anyone its use, not even licenses to activate the premium version. People who have not yet upgraded will receive a full refund. The world is not ready for DeepNude. A news article from Vox made a point I really agree with. When will people ever be ready for this? It makes Facebook's terrible privacy policies look like child play. Talking of Facebook, they've recently launched a $10 million project in protecting the site from deepfakes. They're producing technology to sniff them out, which hopefully they will share with the government and other organisations. But knowing Facebook past an incredible need for being the first to make this technology, I doubt it will come without a price.